So after getting this series started, there were two major issues. I saw a leak on the water pump, and then I saw there was a lot of oil coming out from the front cover on the engine where the crank pulley wheel goes into the crank itself. The crank pulley wheel and the shaft going in, it has a big groove, and I guess the seal is also old. So it's leaking, like it's throwing out oil basically. So that needs to be fixed before I can get this car outside on the driveway, because I had like these red stones there, and then yeah, don't want to get the oil. So looking further into the water pump, it doesn't look too bad now. So I think maybe I'm just going to leave that, but I need to put antifreeze on it. So we're going to change out the water at the same time, and that's why I waited for these parts. Is because I need to drop the water and then do all the changes there. So just trying to do everything at once. But I think I'm not gonna change the water pump, even though I order it, because the leak there looks to be really small and kind of like it has sealed itself after we got water into the system. So I'm just gonna leave that for now and do the major thing, which is fixing the oil leak. So the parts. Turner Engineering. So I ordered other parts as well. So I got new kits. So this is a top-end kit for the engine, which has the Earl ring. What's it called? Head gasket in it. So this is looks to be a quality gasket, what they recommend at Turner. So I bought 2 sets. Also bought for the sump proper seals, not like these paper ones that I have seen in the other kits. Let's see. And then we have the water pump, and this is called the Pro Flow, which I think is what they recommend. And gas the seal, and new water pump itself. Yeah, just checking that it's correct. So what I'm thinking is that the water leak is on the axle on the water pump itself. I bought some regular type oil filters for the old type screw-on, and then more fan belts. I think this is our screws for the water pump. Them there, and stop washers for the crank itself. Crank pulley, let's see. New front seal, 2 I think, yeah. And then the most important part. So this is a remachined crank pulley wheel. So it's the same that I have original, but it's remachined. It also have one notch for the timing. So if I can get a hold of the, what's it called, the timing pointer, I now have the wheel with the marker. Because on this, the markers are on the flywheel. Okay, so this is what we're going to change today. So not sure when this was last open. So I'm a little bit afraid of. Okay, no. Yep. Let's see if this is going to go well. Jeg tapper kjølevæska, sant? Og kjølevæska det er for å kjøle. Ja. Så den flyter, du ser slangene her. Så det flyter gjennom, ferdig gjennom motoren. Så i motoren så er det jo det er en rekke eksplosjoner, sant? Så det blir veldig varm. Og så derfor trenger du kjølevæska. Så den flyter gjennom motoren, så flyger den gjennom det som vi kaller radiator, sant? Og når vi kjører, så fer det vind gjennom her. Ja? Og så renner vannet ned gjennom motsatt vei, hvis du skjønner. Og da kjører lufta ned vannet før det går tilbake inn i motoren. Og så går det rundt sånn hele tiden. Og sånn klarer du å kjøre ned motoren. Hvis ikke du har gjort det, så har det vært så varmt at det har vært ødelagt. Kult.
Det er ganske kult.
Ja, det er smart.
Ja.
Og det var jeg tilbake i 1968, denne motoren.
Det var Big Rover som har gjort den her, da.
Ja, men sånn funker det på alle nye biler også, som ikke er elbiler. Ja, de har vel kjøring på motorene også, elbilene, fordi at motorene blir varme. Men hvordan det fungerer, det vet jeg faktisk ikke. So, oil leak is here. So this is the problem area. The seal is bad, and also the pulley wheel itself is just so grooved that basically it's it's constantly dripping or flowing oil out because of the timing chain throwing up the oil. So this needs to be fixed before we can drive it outside. So pulling this off, changing the gasket or the seal, and then see if we can fix this problem. Loosen and loosen and then pull it off. Okay. I think this is, yeah. old, new. So you can see it's been here as well on the new one, but you can see it's machined away. So let's check if the size is. Let's see. 48 millimeter. Oh, and this is bigger. This is 49. Or almost 49. So what they have done, just machine down here, and I think that's in between the tolerances of the seal itself. It's not really a tight fit, but this is much better. But I think it's going to be, we will see if it doesn't work out. I think you can get seals here that are a bit tighter, but it should hold the oil in. Ja da! This seal is metal all around. Probably that's why it's so stuck. Right. Okay, so old pulley wheel out, new one in. Looking at the old one, yeah, this, as I remember, is really bad. Looking at the seal, a bit different with the metal surrounding, so I'm guessing this is really old because I don't think you will get this anymore. Got it out, a bit difficult, but yeah. Put in this new seal, and I am not really sure. I didn't get it perfectly straight, but I didn't want to pull it out on the bottom, so it went a little bit further in on the bottom. Probably the angle where I was hammering it in, but instead of trying to pull it out and maybe ruin the seal, I'm just going to test it out and see if it's going to be good enough. It's definitely going to be better than it was. So, but the goal is to have no leak on the front. Check the water pump. I the leak there is minimal, and I think it's coming from the center bearing or something. So I don't want to change it out, because when you saw the water is so much stuff in it, so I want to run it with proper coolant for a while, and then change out the antifreeze and the coolant maybe a couple of times before I put in the new pump, so I don't ruin the new pump with just all debris. So that's my plan. Put some oil in there just to make it spin, and hopefully it will seal up. Probably it hasn't been done for a really long time. Okay, next up is just putting on new coolant. So I have bought what's it called? Demineralized water. So if you don't know, there's a lot of like minerals in the water that you have in your home tap water, and you don't want that into the engine. It's fine to just testing and then getting that out, but for long periods you don't want that. Bought coolant, so I need to mix that and just add it on. And when I got the coolant on, we can start it up and then see if we still have leaks. Okay, let's get to it. Got water, got coolant, already mixed 50-50 on this, so I'm just going to start with that, and then I need to mix up. And so I always mix 1:1. So for this coolant, it's -36. So for Norway, I always do 1:1. But check your coolant and ratio, and decide to go with the same coolant that I use on the Discovery to make things simple. I couldn't find any reason why I couldn't use this. I just know it's stupid to mix different kind of coolants. Reminds me of Die Hard, doesn't it? Have to find a way to do the right calculations. I don't know how many liters. Sounds like it's venting out pretty good itself, getting out the air. And there should be 1 inch from the top. Like that. Okay, starting up. It's been a while. Just checking, this is on, that's on. Doesn't seem to be leaking anything special. First one is this. Let's see. Yep. Okay. Choke. Can't see any leaks. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this video. It's looks to be a success. I can't see any major leaks from the water pump, which is good, and I can't see any leaks from the pulley wheel seal. So yeah, good, fun. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the clutch was seized on, and I read on the forums that the trick is to try and start it with the clutch engaged in gear and with the clutch engaged. No, in gear with the clutch pedal down. So when it comes loose, it jumps off. So I tried this before I got the car started, just by using the starter motor. That wasn't enough, but when I got the car started, some days afterwards, I went out and just tried it, and then it was enough. It was enough of a knock with the engine starting that it got the clutch free. And I also took my first drive, which was a major milestone. Don't think I posted that anywhere that I know of, but yeah, I will show you. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this. It's been a while since I posted a video because it's been so busy, and working on my own company, building that up. So and I just got a new contract, so that's why it's been really busy. Now, milestone for this now is that I can drive it in and out of the garage, and I can put it outside because it's winter here in Norway. I needed to get the coolant on, and I also needed to fix the oil leak. So really good, and yeah, really fun. Thank you so much for watching. As I said, hope you enjoyed it. I will continue. Now I think the series is going outside and the Discovery is coming back inside in the garage because that needs some work. And there's maybe happening a trip during Christmas because Eric messaged me yesterday saying, should we do a trip during Christmas? And it could happen. And I know he got MOT on his P38 coming up this weekend, so he has bought a P38. It's his third, and yeah, we will see. Maybe that will be on the trip, I don't know. But stuff is happening even though I'm not posting, so yeah, be sure, like, subscribe, check out Patreon if you want me to do more like this. So yeah, see ya. So fun to get it started. Oh.